I will explain why. We show recaps of how Impact ended last week with Bully Ray in the back screaming about his balls being hurt, crying like a girl, and how Hulk Hogan was going to hit him with the hammer, but Brooke Hogan interfered. Impact fans, what was up with that? It was a completely crappy ending. Why not let Brooke get her revenge by letting her dad beat up on Bully a little bit? Back to last night's Impact, everybody. First matchup was Joseph Parks against Crimson in a Bound for Glory Series qualifying match. A lot of nice back and forth action, but Joseph Parks got a little bit injured and got into his rage mode. Hits Crimson with a black hole slam for the pin and the win. Match next is Magnus versus Rob Terry, Kenny King, and Matt Morgan in a fatal four-way Bound for Glory Series match. A nice match, probably my favorite match of last night. A lot of good action. Finally, Magnus is getting up there. He winds up winning the match by beating his former team in Team England, I believe. Rob Terry, Kenny King, and Matt Morgan. Which Matt Morgan should be in the Bound for Glory match and should get his push. He has never been pushed big in Impact. Let him be pushed, guys. Put the belt on him with the beard, with the tallness, and the choke clamp. Velvet Sky comes out and talks about how she's been asking for her rematch for the Knockouts title ever since she's lost it, and Mickie James doing nothing but running and hiding. So then she calls out Mickie James. Mickie James comes out, and Velvet says she's been cleared to wrestle. Mickie James says no. They argue for a little bit, then Mickie James kicks her in the knee and turns heel. We've been seeing this for weeks now. Finally do it. Finally they did it. Next up is Bad Influence. Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, defeats the tag team champions Gunner and James Storm in a Bound for Glory Series qualifying match. Good tag team match. Maybe they should have put the belts on the line instead of doing the qualifying match. But overall, it was pretty good, and I thought James and Gunner could have won the match. Two big guys should have done it, could have done it, didn't do it. Bad Influence, your winners. Austin Aries comes out and faces Eric Young in a Bound for Glory's match as well. Austin Aries beats up Eric Young for a little bit. Eric Young comes back in, starts beating down Aries. Looks like Eric Young could win the match, but in the end, Austin Aries wins because he is the greatest man that ever lived. Up next, Hulk Hogan comes out and talks about the Bound for Glory series and pushes it. Bully Ray comes out to do what any good president does and backs up the Aces and Eights. Because when you ride with the Aces and Eights, you never walk alone. That's what they do. That's what they do. So he says Hogan needs to put in a member of the Aces and Eights. Hulk Hogan says not going to happen. So what he's going to do is have a battle royal of all the members of the Aces and Eights. So then we come back from that and Sting is out and talks about how he's been getting beaten up by the Aces and Eights for the past few months and how he has nobody to watch his back. So he announces last night, and this is what shocked me, he brings back the main event Mafia, folks! The MEF! That's right! Everybody hear that? Yes! That's right. Sting, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, Scott Steiner's is a maybe, Kevin Nash is also a maybe, Booker T, one of the original members, is over there in WWE as a general manager. So I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm pretty psyched to see the Main Event Mafia back in Vegas just like they were in 06. June 29th, folks. Be there because I will be there. Then we have the Aces and Eights Battle Royal, and out of nowhere, everybody jumps out of the ring except for Anderson and Doc. Doc's trying to stand up to the future VP of the Aces and Eights. They battle for a little bit. Anderson fights him off and then throws him over the top. After the match, Doc argues with his fellow members of the Aces and Eights as why would you leave? Why wouldn't you fight to get a shot for the world title? Then next is the main event. A rematch from Slammiversary. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles against the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Nice, good, quality match. This was my favorite one. Kurt Angle had a good match. He tried a couple of angle slams but missed. Eventually, AJ nails him with the Pele and the Styles Clash for the win. After the match, the Aces and Eights come out because they have had some beef with Kurt Angle and thought AJ Styles was going to join, but a few weeks ago, he decided that wasn't going to happen. Beat up everybody with their favorite weapon, the ball pin hammer. So Aces and Eights, they come out and they beat up Angle and they beat up AJ Styles. And out of nowhere, here comes the newest member of the Impact family, Rampage Jackson. What does Rampage do? He has his big chain in his hand and he fights him off. Impact ends in a segment between Angle and Rampage staring off. Wrestling fans, Impact fans, comment on this. Let me know. I need real Impact fans that love Impact since it started in 2002 with the six-sided ring before Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff came in there and completely made it crap. Lockdown, 6 sides of steel. Last year's Lockdown, they had 2 matches in a cage. I want the whole match to be in a cage, every match like it was in the past. Bring it back. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, October 26th, we have our Halloween death card with T-Bone the Terrorizer and the Washington Marker. Also, as you can see on last week's Impact Edition, I have no co-host. No co-host. No co-host. Not at all. I started by adding these guys, T-Bone, Brandon, and Adam, and Norman, and liking the shows and watching the shows. So maybe you could be sitting here next to me doing the Impact show, just like I was sitting here this week doing the Raw recap show and all that good stuff. So also, make sure to subscribe to Wrestling Recaps on YouTube. Do it! Subscribe! Facebook, Wrestling Recaps 1. Twitter, Wrestling Recaps 1. Also, follow me on Facebook, the Maybach Jared, MAYBACH JARRED. I need new friends, and I need new wrestling friends. Mainly just wrestling friends. I've got enough friends, but true Impact fans. Also, don't forget, like the show, like it on Facebook, tell your friends, or I will find you and hunt you down to make you like it.